Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the video. Today, I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were talking about how to leverage AI to, dive into deep topics and really do that like next level thinking. And I was talking to him specifically about how I use the tree of thought method, and he had never heard of it before, so I decided kind of mocked up a little thing to show how this tree of thought method works, and I just wanted to document it. So the key principles here with tree of thought is that we are going to set up ChatGPT to be multiple people, multiple experts specifically, and we are going to have them talk to each other to solve a problem. And in order to do that, we have to set up our main expert first. So in our first prompt, we're going to set up our main expert. And in our second prompt, we are going to set up the problem. In our third prompt, we're going to ask the experts to talk amongst themselves collaboratively as a team to solve that problem and give us the output. And then along the way, we're going to go ahead and just continue prompting ChatGPT as it gives us results to further refine and dig into this topic and really extract that deep level knowledge. So I wanted to give you guys an example of how that works. So I've used up all of my free credits. So here we are. We're going to give it the first expert. So this is me. I'm cloud security architect, yada, yada, yada. Specifically here, I'm telling it that I'm conservative and risk adverse in nature, specifically with AI, because I am. And it tells me it's got it. It actually updates this as a memory. That's pretty cool. Then we tell it the problem. The problem here is I'm saying that AI is becoming, the normal, and nobody's really using it on healthcare data. And how so I want to kind of find how I could use AI and analytics to really improve the healthcare experience. So it tells me that it understands it. And then here I am, based on the information, you and two other experts with equal but different technical backgrounds, exceptional logical thinking skills, and problem solving skills are collaboratively solving a problem using the tree of thought method. Each expert will share their thought process in detail, considering the previous thoughts of others and admitting any errors. They will iteratively refine and expand upon each other's ideas, giving credit where it's due. The process continues until a conclusive answer is found. Organize the entire process in a markdown table format. Problem is, what are the 5 best use cases to leverage AI based on improved healthcare and ROI? 10 years of healthcare data is in a data lake accessible by AI engines. We have a team of developers to make any use case viable. As nobody has really done this stuff before, what are 5 apps that we could create to have the most impact? You do not need to focus on security or data privacy in this discussion. Given the people on this project, we can assume that this will be the highest quality, and we want you to focus on applications that could be used enterprise-wide on this data. And then you go into the responses, and what you see is each of these experts really giving you some pretty good insights, right? Um, I was actually really impressed with some of the outputs of this. The 4.0 is this stuff just gets better every single day. Um, but here we go. Predictive analytics, diagnostics, good thinking, building on the idea of billing, revenue cycle. So they come down here, and on the older models, when I did this, it used to take several iterations. Like the experts would talk back and forth time and time again. I would have to continue prompting them, but they gave me their final list after one prompt. So my response was, "You guys came up with that quickly. Surely this topic warrants deeper discussion." And then they continue to discuss, continue to refine things, and they give me a refined list down here at the end of this. And you know, I veto staff scheduling, so I make them give me a replacement. They continue to discuss what would be a good replacement. They give me some more things down here. I like the output. I like the discussion. The discussion's really valuable. They're offering the rationale, the logic of why they think it would have the most ROI or why they think it would have the most healthcare impact. And that's why I really like the tree of thought method, right? Then I tell them that my favorite out of all of these is predictive analytics. I'm an analytics guy, so this is just one that kind of just, oh yeah, let's do some analytics. So let's dive into that one and ask you specifically, what are some practical applications that we can build within the next 6 to 24 months that would be quickly adopted? And this is an important part of the prompt. Continue using the tree of thought method among the experts. Um, so then they're going to go down here and they're going to talk more and more. Readmission predictions, things of that nature, no shows, cancellations. And here's some use cases, right? So let's dive into the readmission prediction now. What data points specifically are you looking for? And how would you feed that back into the clinical workflow? So let's let the experts talk back and forth. This is really the value of this method. Read their feedback as you go along. And then we get down here for data points for readmission. So bam, how do we integrate that into the clinical workflow? Okay, these are some practical use cases to integrate that into the clinical workflow. And then this approach would result in a holistic and actionable system. So then I'm asking it, I want to dive deeper than that. So then, other than the electronic health record, what other data points are common among patients that can be brought into the data lake that can be used in this type of system? So then we go down here and they start talking about all sorts of other things. Environmental data, socioeconomic data, seasonal conditions, ambulatory data, insurance data, um, pharmacy records, tons and tons of other things, right? And this was a point where I ran out of my free credits, so I'm going to wait until my credits are up, and then I'm going to continue just diving deeper and deeper on this topic, and specifically having the experts go back and forth and refine exactly how to do this type of thing. And that is the value of the tree of thought method. So if you set up your prompts the way that I was talking about, set up your main expert, and then specifically give it something along these lines so that you can use the tree of thought method and get it in that markdown table format so that you can actually read what the experts are saying to each other and know what the back and forth is. Because ChatGPT hallucinates from time to time, so you want to be able to validate that the things that it's saying are the things that you actually want it to say, and that it's not just going crazy. And you can pretty much replace this part of the prompt with anything that you need to solve, whatever it is that you want the experts to deliberate on, and it'll give you a lot of information. So hopefully that's been beneficial and helpful for you, and it improves your chat GPT prompts. And I'll catch you on the next video.